so y'all better catch.
I got big dreams, you walk talk, when I walk, that's that big drip. When I slide down your block, now they pissed off, like I really give a I got big sauce, so y'all better catch up.
What is the big old deal, man? We are back cracking for another reaction. You already know how we do on this site, and it is your boy, and we are back. Yeah. Now, just to get into this, so one of my favorite shows, 60 Days In. Shout out to DJ Ghost, because he be doing like the best commentaries on this damn show. But if y'all don't know what 60 Days In is, it's a show about basically informants going into the jail and like a plethora of different like locations and cities and shit like that. You feel me? So they basically go into these jails and just to collect intel and hold up. Gotta fix my damn chair. So they basically go into these places, you know, and just collect data and you know, basically they informants. These are snitches on TV. So they go into these jails, collect data and information, you know what I'm saying, about what's going on in the prison, you know, so the prison can improve and make improvements with the inmates and everything like that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we got one of the former 60 Days In sheriff from the show who actually ended up catching charges. So we're going to see what's going on, because, and I got a good idea about which sheriff it was, because it was one sheriff in on the show who was just kind of like giving all the inmates problems and just being just like a super asshole. And 9 times out of 10, if this shit wasn't on TV, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter. So being that it's on TV, so they probably, you know, I don't know what they caught him doing or what he getting sentenced for, but we finna see though. So without further ado, man, look, make sure to go ahead and like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, hit that notification bell so you can know when your boy going live, man. You already know it's Mellow Gang. Let's go.
What am I looking at when I say that? I don't know. A shooting star, maybe? Speaking of stars, we're going to be speaking about a hit character from the hit TV show 60 Days In on A&E. That's right, a former sheriff, Mr. Jamie Knoll. We've been following the story of this individual since it first broke. I'm not here to break down all the stuff that he's done, but for the most part, he did a lot of lying and a lot of stealing, even from his own dead brother. Unreal, man. His nephews, nieces, even his own daughter wants to see him pay for his crimes. So much has went on with this case, it's unreal. This guy really messed up a lot of stuff. But like I said, if you want to do your own research on everything, go right ahead. Today we are just here for this sentencing. So let's get right into it. If you enjoy this type of content, all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you want to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, here we go, but first, look at the symmetrical greens in here. Yeah, it's already starting off with the bang, not to mention that maple birch in the back.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ms. Knoll, would you state your full name for the record and spell it, please?
Hope Knoll, Hopenoel.
And Ms. Knoll, are you related to the defendant, Jamie Knoll?
Not anymore.
Have you prepared a statement that you wish the court to consider prior to a decision on his sentencing here today?
I mean, if her last name's still Knoll, I do believe they're still related. At least by paper, right? Anyways, this is his brother that passed away, his former wife. And I remember covering this when it first came out. His brother's house, I believe, somehow got into the hands of his brother, and the people that was left to didn't get what they were supposed to get. If I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that.
Could explain, you said not anymore. Can you explain that, please?
I'm the ex-wife of Leon Knoll, and I have his son, Jack Knoll. We have a son together, and then I also have Taylor Knoll, who is Leon's son, or Leon's daughter, sorry, not mine, but she also lives with me. And then they have another, there's another son, Dorian, as well.
These are nieces and nephews of
Jamie's.
Thank
Can
you.
I speak directly to him?
I'll let you ask the judge that, Ms. Knoll. Feel free.
I want to aim this directly at you. Okay?
Ooh. Judge said, feel free. He's ready for the juice. I would have too. I would have been reaching for the white lightning fast as lightning.
Can I speak directly to him?
I'll let you ask the judge that, Ms. Knoll. Feel free.
Feel free, be my guest.
I want to aim this directly at you. Okay? I'm speaking on behalf of Leon's kids. I'm his ex-wife, mother of his youngest son, Jack. We trusted you to handle Leon's estate and give the kids what was rightfully theirs when he passed away.
Yup.
Leon trusted you to do what was right.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities, then you've got to see the same ad that I saw 3 years ago.
Don't care.
It's for a master.
For his children, since he was not going to make it. He literally had to make a will in the hospital. Do you remember him passing away? I'm sure you do, since you were there in the hospital with all of us when he did. I don't see how you can say in your Facebook post that your brother Leon is missed and loved after what you've done to him and his children. I believe in you and I have a very different definition of the word love. I'm not sure why you felt the need to steal from the estate since you were already stealing from everyone else. And you claim to be a Christian man. Did you know greed was one of the 7 deadly sins? Apparently you didn't pay much attention in church.
When that man was doing these things, I don't know if he's...
I mean, but that's really all Christians, though. All Christians claim to be like, you know, Christians, and be doing some scandalous shit. You feel me? The pastor be stealing from y'all. You know, he just make you feel good, play the organ, and ask for your tithes, and ask for you to, you know, pay some bread. You know what I'm saying? It's all a hustle. And then you got other Christians, like Christians in the church, you feel me? And they just, you know, do what the fuck they want to do. And just say, you know what? Jesus died for our sins. So, you know, it's just... But, you know, I mean, that's neither here or there.
changed his life now or not, but he had no integrity or honor whatsoever.
When you gave the checks to the kids from the estate, the amounts were lower than I would have expected, but I did not question it because I was not married to Leon anymore and I did not know his financial status. So I never questioned it. Why would I? His brother, the sheriff, was handling it since you were the executor. Looking back now, I wish I had gotten a lawyer for the kids when he passed.
Yeah.
I remember having numerous phone calls with you, trusting you, even sent you a thank you gift of cigars that I contacted John Miller to see what your favorite cigars were. I was grateful that you handled the estate process and wanted to thank you for doing so. I had them sent to your house and you never even acknowledged it or said thank you. Now I know why. Then a little over 5 years later, we find out that you have stolen from the same estate that I thanked you for handling. From your nephews Dorian, Jack, from your niece Taylor, your brother's children who lost their father, like that wasn't bad enough. Now here we are dealing with courts, lawyers, media, etc., all because you chose to be greedy and steal from them. The sheriff is supposed to be someone you can trust. Your uncle is supposed to be someone you can trust. Not only did you steal from them financially, but you also stole their trust. I would personally like to see you get a psych evaluation because I do believe you are a sociopath. There are no words to describe the amount of disgust I have for you. I hope the time you serve in prison alone really gets to you, and I hope Leon haunts you every single day. I absolutely wish the worst for you. Your oldest child, Danielle, she wanted me to tell you, and I quote, "Tell him his firstborn daughter is thankful for being ignored." I personally have always thought very low of you for the way you treated her differently than you did your other kids. Leon had more to do with her than you did, and he was just her uncle. At least he didn't steal from her like you did your nieces and nephews. He was the better brother, the better uncle, and a better father than you'll ever be. Your niece Taylor has written you a letter. I'll read it for you.
No.
From Taylor. I am extremely disgusted by your actions
Hell, she been waiting to get this off, bro. I promise.
towards not only the family but to this county. What you did is unacceptable and will pay the consequences. There is no getting out of this. Because of you, the family now has trust issues. The family never sees each other. The family now has trauma. You really hurt us in a way no family member should ever have to go through. And you hurt this country, or this county, because now we don't trust our elected officials either because of the corruption you've caused. And I hope one day, and if you're ever released and you can finally be a decent human being, because what you have done is pure evil, and I expect apologies to everyone. And she wants to really hope this thing sinks in for you at this part. That grandma, your mom, grandpa, your dad, and Leon would be very disappointed in you. Karma is coming for you, and I hope you realize how bad this upsets me. Have fun in prison because you deserve it. Yeah, that's what I want to see right there, is you crying.
Jamie! Don't do it! Those look like crocodilians. I don't see a drop or shine of water anywhere. Mr. No, you're lying even with your tears. Man, but look, the niece, the daughter, I mean, they all want him to get smoked. Let's cool the smoke jets for a second. Let him breathe. Sure, he has something he wants to say as well once he squeezes out one of those lemon tears.
Finally, some reaction. You put us through hell.
Don't cry, Jamie. She probably can't believe he's crying. All right, here we go. Let's see what Mr. Jamie Knoll has to say after all that.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity.
It's so weird seeing him like this after watching 60 Days In, man.
As a Christian,
Oh no, here we go.
Mr. Knoll, if it would help, you may have a seat and read it.
I'm good. I want to make sure I can hear me, Your Honor. They deserve it.
There you go. Stay standing. That's respectful.
It's always important to acknowledge your sins, which I do, to repent, which I have and I will, and to ask for forgiveness. And I apologize. I'm sorry I wasn't able to apologize to any of the witnesses that spoke earlier.
Trying hard to bring some tears, bro. He trying hard to cry, like, bro.
There's some reasoning that I'm not going to say because I don't want to dare make it look like I'm trying to deflect blame because it's mine. The reasons of how this was allowed to happen, it's not who I am. It's definitely a big mistake that I made. But first, victims that you haven't heard from is my family. And I apologize. Forgive me for not being honest with them about where the money was spent or it came from. My dishonesty with them has caused them all great emotional pain and suffering.
Dude, those are fake crying. That's fake crying for sure.
Oh God, man, on me, nigga, this shit, nigga, this nigga is crying fake ass tears, bro. I'm not believing that, bro. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Come on, man. Like, nigga, you know damn well you are not crying like that, bro. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. You know damn well you not crying. If we being 100. But let's go.
My daughter Casey could lose her freedom because of me.
Oh no, Casey could go to
all my
jail?
fault.
She's still going to trial?
And my family had no knowledge of the business that I was running, or how I was running it, or whether or not I had the right to tell them how they could spend their money or use their credit cards. I controlled everything when it came to our family's finances. I can think maybe over 28 years of being married that my wife may have asked for 10 checks school-related that she would have ever signed in her finances. I took out the garbage. That was my wheelhouse. My family trusted me to do that, and I obviously didn't do it. I prepared everyone's tax returns on TurboTax without their input. Matter of fact, when my daughter Casey, after she bonded out, she said, "Dad, could you please do my taxes? I need the money because I paid bond." And I said, "Casey, I can't do it."
I mean, but we being fair though. We being fair. You know what I'm saying? If you from the ghetto, my nigga, like you already know, nigga, we tryna get the maximum amount we can get when it comes to tax returns. So if you did some bullshit, you feel me? Like, hey, look, y'all know y'all niggas be doing fraud, and not even just fraud, nigga. Y'all be claiming all these motherfuckers that ain't your kids and all this type of shit. So let's be real, nigga. So I'm just saying, but I mean, at least he being upfront and he trying to keep his family out the in the clear, and he trying to put everything on his back. So hey, look, I can be fair. You know, at least he's doing that. Let's go.
She'd just been charged for something that was my fault that I did on her taxes. They were victims of my deceit just like anybody else.
They gave them pink cuffs. How disrespectful. That's what they give to the women. No disrespect to the women. Of course, there's very strong pink handcuffed women out there. But they're not meant for men. They're supposed to get those plain old junky silvers with a little rust on them. How dare they give them those pampered pink cuffs? Me and Brittany went to jail together from the courtroom one time. She had pink janks as well. Had to holler at her through the vent when we went to the holding tank. I see those pink cuffs. Yeah, I know, bro. It's hard to see in here with all this fumigating.
Second, I asked my wife 28 years to forgive me. I understand why she wants to end our marriage. I don't blame her. I violated her trust more than once, and I lied to her. I know this has caused her embarrassment and a lot of heartache and hatred being funneled towards her. I was not honest with her about the money, the credit cards, or her taxes, which I did. I'm sorry that I caused her so much pain and embarrassment, and I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the citizens of Clark County that trusted me, that voted for me, and let me be their sheriff, including everybody and some of which you heard from that helped campaign for me. I let sin overtake me and I violated their trust. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the men and women of law enforcement, fire and EMS. I spent a lifetime as a law enforcement officer, volunteer fireman, and an EMT. And I know how difficult it is to do the job. My activities have tarnished the reputation of public safety community, and it's not fair.
Hey, this is like I don't know if y'all remember the movie Training Day, right? This reminds me of that, like the officer that Denzel Washington portrayed to be. This is like that. Only difference is there's no murders caught up in this, from what I know. This is just more so like a nigga scheming and finessing, but still though, you know what I'm saying? Like crooked cop, basically. This is a crooked cop, basically. So. Yeah, this is so for y'all, if some of y'all probably still never seen Training Day. If you haven't, go look at that movie. This is the prime example of the character that Denzel Washington played. This is a prime example of that. The only thing that's not that is he didn't kill nobody that we know of, and he didn't get caught in no like murders and like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was, I mean, we don't know the shit that he was doing on the road. Because if he did this, he probably even did some more shit too. But just based off of this, what we know, this is the prime example of that crooked cop. You know what I'm saying?
Them. None deserve the public to look at them and worry about their integrity.
That's right.
My actions should not tarnish them. It's my fault. I want to apologize to my friends and colleagues that have been brought into this case because of me. I'm sorry to each and every one of you. I never asked anyone to do anything wrong. I never expected you to do anything wrong, but because of me, you have suffered. I'm sorry for this and I apologize.
All right, well, he said his piece, and I'm not going to lie, it just seemed very scripted. Yeah, it looks like he's crying a lot, but like I said, I ain't seen not one tear yet, right? If you're really crying about something, aren't tears supposed to come out? Let's see what kind of smoke the judge has in store. I think they might have some kind of plea deal in order. Don't know if the judge is going to go with it or not, though.
Over a year ago, I got a call from General County.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they don't just let this nigga off the hook like that, because they be giving niggas football numbers for the slightest shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't get no slack. So I want to see how this gonna turn out.
Counsel for the Indiana Supreme Court, wondering if I would accept the assignment of the investigation into the potential misdeeds of Jamie Hull. I wasn't given any explanation as to the allegations that were being levied against him. Yet I accepted the assignment as my duty to the citizens of the state of Indiana. I somehow got in touch with Officer Heron
I know he's not
and
gonna
asked
cry.
him, what is this case about? 'Cause I didn't know anything about it. He gave me a short explanation that there were some suggestions that there was perhaps some forgeries for an officer to get a pension he didn't earn.
This nigga acting, this judge almost acting like he cared. Now imagine this was a nigga, bro. I promise you, it would be a whole different type of. He would give a nigga a book. He would be angry. You know what I'm saying? It would not be all this. Like, he acting like he feels sorry for the nigga. Like, bruh, come on. And he probably do feel sorry because for the simple fact that it's his boy, his fellow. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. It can't be nothing.
And some misappropriations of money. So I had a bit of an explanation, and then he said about his task of investigating.
He's a sheriff of 60 days in. All right, I'll do it. Sign me the fuck up. I've been wanting to smoke that guy since I seen the first episode. That's what I would have said if I was a judge, you know, behind the scenes. I wouldn't have told nobody, of course.
And Officer Groot, I agree with you. Officers Heron and Hanson have been exemplary detectives. One afternoon, I received a text from Officer Heron that said, "Are you available for a search warrant affidavit and probable cause?" And I said, yes. I said, you know, can you tell me a little bit what it's about? He said, I believe I found all the missing shipping containers that were obtained by Clark County Sheriff's Department, but that are now missing. And there was a short delay, and it said, and a train. I immediately had to call him.
His fellow white buddy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. You know that the white is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this fellow buddy. He finna cry for him, bro. Like, what the fuck? If this was a nigga, I promise you, bro, this would have went a whole different way. This nigga got sympathy for this nigga, bro. Even after what the I don't know if that's the auntie or I don't know who the lady was, but even after she expressed her grievances and the family then expressed how they feel about him, the judge still feels sorry for this nigga. I'm telling you, this is white privilege at its finest, my nigga.
Because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, did you really say a train? He said, yeah, a train. That's the way this case has proceeded. One outlandish.
Look at her in the background. Her right here. You know what I'm saying? She over there, she breathing hard. Like that's what I'm saying. Like What the fuck? Look. She breathing hard. Like, watch.
discovery after another. I was here last Friday listening to arguments concerning John Miller and the change of venue because of public outrage. The citizens of Clark County have been directly deceived, defrauded, betrayed, ignored, all the while waiting for help that came too late. Mr. Knoll, you tarnished the badge you were given by the citizens who you tricked into voting for you and trusting you. You have failed everyone who has ever worn a uniform, whether it be law enforcement, firefighters, EMTs, or the like. You profess to promote democratic freedom, yet you behaved as a political fascist, thwarting and bullying those who would not submit to your will. How do you restore public trust in their government and their need for equal justice under the law, not just for Jamie Knoll's friends, but for fair treatment for all of those who seek to uphold our office with integrity? Restoring trust means allowing justice to prevail.
And that's absolutely correct. The number one step to all this is what we're doing right now. About to watch this guy get smoked. That's how we get our trust back, man. Seeing people be held accountable. Sad to say, though, I strongly believe this is just a little tiny drop in a big, big bucket.
I respect and adopt Superintendent Carter's words when he indicated, as a public servant, you give to those in need, not take from them when their backs are turned. And that one person can destroy what 1,000 have built. You should have adhered to his advice many years ago. We have heard today that real lives were lost in exchange for your greed. Employees lack.
Wait. So either somebody really died, or somebody else is going to jail behind his shit.
Equipment and staff to effectively perform their duties, and therefore the citizens of Clark County.
And that's some scandalous shit too, because when I think about it, bro, it's like, as a man, you should never put your family in a position to where they gotta be like in a position to have to deal with the law. Like, I understand, because, you know, niggas be doing a lot of illegal shit anyway, so let's not act like motherfuckers is just pearly white, just innocent and all that type of shit. We're not saying that, but it's just like, it's just ironic because the image the police try to put on this persona as they just do everything correct and by the law, everything's by the law, and you criminals and all this type of shit. But then you got motherfuckers like this that's doing shit like, and he probably one of the main motherfuckers that be kind of giving, he probably be giving niggas hard time. You arresting people because they breaking the law, but you're literally doing the same thing. This is why I say I don't really fuck with police like that, bro. And it's not like that, but it's just like, it's like that because it's like, I mean, what you expect? Like, I see it going on. He ain't the first and he ain't the last, trust me. And he ain't the first person I've seen. Like, I done seen a lot of plenty of cops that's scandalous like this, you know what I'm saying? So, this don't surprise me. It's just crazy because now motherfuckers is getting caught in 4K, you feel me? So, yeah, let's go.
Perhaps Floyd County lost their loved ones. The town of Charleston had to find means to ensure funding.
See how I use an ad blocker? Very mindful, very demure. I'm not watching ads like the rest of you. But when I do,
I still don't know what that means.
For a resource officer, for their schools, to protect their children. Again, because of your greed. To your extravagant greed, even went so far as to steal from your nieces and nephews.
Sick.
Your deceased brother's children. What could be more reprehensible than that?
Nothing.
Your actions have revealed that your lust for power and pleasure are worth far more than the lives of those entrusted to you for your care. But today, the court says otherwise. I asked Office of Court Services to do an analysis. Fellow up there I respect, he's probably a lot smarter than me, as to what the
PSI?
maximum I might be able to give to you would be.
Ooh, mid or
And
max?
we've had discussions about that, and I've discussed it with others and done my own research.
Gotcha, bitch.
I could give you perhaps more time, but then I would be subject to an appeal, and the Court of Appeals might lower my sentence substantially, as I recently had done in Washington County. They thought I give them too much. You can't just take each count and add a year. There's issues concerning continuous criminal conduct and minimum and maximum and how they're tied together with all the other charges and time elements. So as I've analyzed this, I've come to the conclusion that it's a very substantial sentence, considering that these are level 5s and level 6 felonies.
Sounds like he's gonna go with the plea.
And I also listened today carefully. And not one of them indicated that they wanted you to spend more time in prison. They wanted you to remember your deceased brother for the rest of your life and what you did to his children. Some of them want you to suffer. And you can understand that, I would hope, considering how you betrayed.
All right, bitch, come on, we gon'.
I could barely look at you. He held you up as a father figure. Supported you when you were telling everybody it's a witch hunt. He still believed you. Yet you deceived everybody. Witch hunt. Way to deflect responsibility. With reluctance, I will accept the plea agreement.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The story of former Sheriff Jamie Knoll from 60 Days In is over. Unless something might happen to him in prison. But I'm here to tell you, look, you can Google stories of former officers getting killed in prison. You ain't going to find hardly any. These dudes are protected, man. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he's going to be going to a very special, nice, cozy block. That's just how it goes, at least from the research that I've done. But man, this was, like I said already, something out of a storybook. I mean, I know officials lie and steal all the time, but this one was a bit different. A lot more grimy.
That's how you could tell this nigga don't, like, he ain't used to, like, bro, I've been knowing that since I was a kid. Like, as scandalous shit goes, you know, they get away with murder. Like, this is small. If you thinking this is surprising to you, this didn't surprise me at all. This, nigga, it's cops that get away with murder. You hear me? Like, hold on. Let me. It's cops that get away with murder, homie. Like, if you think this is, come on, bruh. And then he over here crying these fake ass tears, bruh. Hey, if you haven't, look, if you new to my channel, you know what I'm saying? Look, go watch Training Day. That's one of the movies where it kind of show you and give you insight on how these officers really are. And if you from the ghetto, you already know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need no goddamn movie to let you know that. Like that's just regular life. You know, these cops be playing the shit on people. They be doing the most. We be stealing from motherfuckers. Matter of fact, it was just a video on YouTube not too long ago where the officer, they arrested this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Brother, you know what I'm saying? And they stole his money. I'm just saying though. So with that being said, you feel me? Yeah, man, this is regular, bro. This is nothing new. And I don't even think he's gonna be dealt with harshly in jail. Like, he got it easy. But that's just how it goes. Like, if you a cop, you one of theirs. So just look at it like that, you know. I still don't feel like justice served because, you know, a lot of these cops be scandalous as a motherfucker, especially these COs and all that type of shit and all that little bullshit, you feel me? But with that being said, man, make sure y'all go ahead, tap in, make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.
Every day it's like I feel more pressure, give more effort. Feel steady rolling in the due day crept up. Feel like I'm next up, life gon' test ya. My range close, aim, know the boy a heavy stepper. Things change, rearrange, ain't no crime body. Heart is weaving through the smoke, got my vision cloudy. Heavy stress on my brain, ain't no way around it. Navy SEAL when I flow, no you can't drown me. No brakes, all gas, get my weight up. A nigga on the road, fell asleep trying to stay up. Post-dramatic, a lot would say you too dramatic. The loudest one in the room, never want the static. Crazy how the niggas getting money turned into addicts. Never had the same habit, cut from a different fabric. Yeah, drop it classic after classic, my life on the beat.